What is an adult life equivalent of calling your teacher mom? I have accidentally said love you when hanging up on a work call. I was given a lift home by a colleague from work once, and when he stopped to let me out of the car I leaned in for a kiss as it was what I would do to my wife. Thankfully he was looking the other way at the time. Once I was in the airport and I went to get a sandwich. I stood at the counter to tell the worker to give me a turkey sandwich, which he prepared. He handed it to me and his co-worker noticed he didn't microwave it, so he extended his hand to me over those glass container thingies, which have food displayed in them, so he can take it to microwave it. I didn't understand why he was extending his hand, so I smiled and shook it. He laughed and pointed at my food and told me he has to heat it. I felt dumb as hell. At Dollar Tree the other day my boyfriend walked up to the cashier and she said almost immediately, "How was your meal?" And then, "Oh, wrong job." These days I rarely talk on the phone to anyone who isn't family, so love you is a standard phone call ending. We had some issues at our house last year and I'm pretty sure I told 2 contractors and the insurance adjuster I loved them. Edit, thanks to all who posted to let me know I'm not the only one. I love you all. I have a friend who used to work as a nursery school teacher and then went to a job in an office. The transition was not easy. Apparently she started her first presentation by saying, "All right everyone, quiet down, fingers on lips." The reason she tells the story is that about half the people in the room, including her immediate boss, did it instinctively. On the way back from a client meeting with one of the partners, he wasn't paying attention when the light turned green and I said, "Hey, babe, you gotta go." And then I died. Calling your girlfriend by your ex's name. One of my soldiers called me dad in boot camp. It was pretty hard not to laugh. Edit, thank you stranger for my first ever silver. Edit, damn this blew up, thanks for the gold. Never expected this to catch so much attention. Walking up to the wrong car and freaking out when you can't unlock it. My friend was on a toilet, someone knocked and she said, "Come in." Edit, thanks for silver kind stranger. I had a co-worker who would jokingly call our chief Big Daddy behind his back. We were all working a little late one night and she let "Hey Big Daddy" slip as he walked in. To her credit she owned it and now calls him that in regular conversation. Still weird though. Going on autopilot and coming terrifyingly close to giving my short female employees noogies like I do my daughters. I'm a teacher. I unthinkingly scolded my dog the other day with, "Follow the directions." We kinda just stared at each other for a second while I realized how ridiculous I sounded. Well, I've accidentally rubbed the back of some random chick at Walmart thinking she was my wife before. I'm a dental hygienist. My patient was a man who had just turned 91 the day before. Instead of saying happy late birthday like a normal fucking human being, I accidentally, and very loudly, said happy last birthday. The look on his face. Yawl. This was also my second day at my new job. Edit, to answer everyone's question on if he's still alive, I have no idea. This happened about 2 months ago, so I won't be scheduled to see him until sometime in July. Fingers crossed he comes back or I'm going to feel even worse. Also thank you for the gold and silver, but please put that towards a charity of your choosing instead. My idiocy doesn't need rewarding. My husband has mixed up my and his sister's name more than once. Also, calling your kids the pet's name. Not me, but my mom. She was in a meeting and not paying attention for whatever reason. Then someone asked her a question and she responded with "What's that, honey?" Made me crack up for so long. This happened to a co-worker years and years ago. We were tellers at a local bank. Every Christmas we had tiny candy canes to give to the kids of customers. One guy came through with his transactions he had cash back. Teller 1 was helping him. She proceeds to give him his cash in a 100 bill and the candy cane for his kid. He looks at her and says, "Can I have that broken up?" She then proceeds to bash the candy cane to a pulp with my stapler and gives it back to him. Teller 2 just looked at her after the dude said thanks and drove off, and said, "I think he meant the 100 bill." I will remember this story forever. Edit, thanks for the gold. This is my very favorite story from working there. We had a good group. I still love those people. Calling your wife mum is pretty bad. I did that once almost 20 years ago and the cringe hasn't lessened over time. Edit, we never had kids, so it's not like anyone else was calling her mum. So, yeah, super awkward. Yay. When talking with family we always end our calls with I love you. So I'm on a call with my longtime assistant and as the call ends without thinking I say I lo and stop horrified as I couldn't think of how to finish it. Thank God she had a sense of humor. She said, "Oh, come on now, you can say it, go ahead, tell me you love me." So I did and we laughed about for years. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.